We also have with us Manav Chopra joining in. Manav, on the index, what's the trade? Another sideways morning?
Absolutely. In fact, we have already seen a very good rally in the markets from its lows of 10,000, and without any brief correction, the markets have managed to exceed 10,600 yesterday, but it did not close above it. What I sense is probably in the near-term perspective, we can expect some sort of a time correction or a consolidation move, and basically such consolidation moves are some breather, before the market breaks on the upside, and which is quite important for the markets also. So overall, the momentum indicators still remain in the buy mode. I sense that on the lower side, 10,500 would be the important support zone where the markets would actually provide some sort of a cushion in case of declines, and I don't see Nifty break below 10,500 on a very immediate basis, but eventually once if we consolidate for next couple of trading sessions, we may see a break on the upside, and 10,700 to 10,800 could be the range where the markets would be in probably next few weeks.
Right. So again, Ashish, coming to you, what's your opinion right now in terms of perhaps the stocks, again, your top picks, Ashish, and also in particular on metals, because there should be a gap down opening in metals. So what one should be doing when the stocks open today?
See, as far as metals are concerned, we've been maintaining that it's very, very volatile, although the broader trend is positive. But the challenge is with the kind of news flow we are getting from, globally, this is being impacted. One fine day, they were up 7-8% in a single day. And again, in a selling pressure. But I think still, Hindustan Zinc is one stock which we are liking. And I think any dip towards 315, 310 would be an opportunity to, again, start building your long positions on Hindustan Zinc. I think around 305, there is a major support. So keep that as a positional stop loss, and I see a strong possibility of Hindustan Zinc crossing 335, 340 in next couple of weeks. So I think Hindustan Zinc would be a top bet within the metal basket. Apart from that, as far as other trading calls are concerned, I think Shriram Transport is one stock which looks very interesting. After Cholamandalam's strong up move, I think there will be a lot of focus on these NBFC's name, and Shriram Transport is one stock which has been consolidating near its all-time high. We have seen a very strong delivery volumes, and if you look at in terms of last 3 months rollover, we have seen a very strong rollovers in Shriram Transport. So keeping all that in mind, I think with a stop below 1570, Shriram Transport could be bought for an upside target of 1650 levels. Second buy call would be in the pharma name Biocon. Again, stock is consolidating near its all-time high for last 4 months. Keeping that data in mind, I think the way this entire technical structure is panning out, it looks like stock has a potential to cross its all-time high and target somewhere around 660, 665. So keeping that in mind, Biocon should be bought with a stop below 630 and upside 660, 670 is a target one might look in Biocon. And third long idea would be Century Textile. Again, if you look at this stock has crossed last month's high, and we have seen very strong trading volumes in last 3-4 trading sessions. So I think with a stop below 1225, Century Textile could be bought for an upside target of 1285 levels.
Right, that's the buy call coming in Shriram Transport, Biocon and Century Textiles. We'll take a break, we'll come back, continue our conversation, get off a pre-open trade and currency markets as well, so stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Dealing. We're gearing up for trade this Tuesday morning, but before we go into pre-open trade, we only got about 30 odd seconds left to go to market to pre-open trade. And remember, the rupee is expected to see a gap down in today's day of trade once again on back of a stronger dollar. The dollar index trades at a 4-month high. The SGX Nifty is indicating the sideways start, so 10,570 is what we're getting in early trade on SGX Nifty. 10,584 is where we closed out yesterday's trade at. Commodity prices have eased off sharply across Asia this morning on back of Trump softening his stance on sanctions on Russell. So of course that is leading to aluminium seeing a massive cut on the Asian exchanges this morning. So keep an eye out on stocks like Hindalco, Vedanta. They may see some big cuts coming into today's trade. It's a flat start in pre-open trade, so no major up moves coming in just yet on the Nifty 50, and no major down moves either coming in on the index. 10,587 is what we've got on the Nifty 50. Up Hindalco and Vedanta and Nalco, because those are going to be counters that will be impacted on aluminium, seeing that big correction in early hours of trade. 10,572. Now that looks a lot more believable. That's the kind of opening that the SGX Nifty was pointing to as well. So if I can just get those counters on the screen, that would be great. Hindalco, Vedanta and Nalco are three counters to watch out for on back of aluminium prices seeing a correction this morning. 10% low on Hindalco. I'm not sure that's how trade is going to play out, but watch out. It's going to be a weak start on Hindalco this morning. Vedanta is down 4%. Nalco was closed out at 85 rupees. That 8% off on Nalco is what we're getting in this morning. So maybe it's not going to be this rough, but this is just a reflection of the kind of sentiment that we're currently dealing with across commodity stocks. Very, very volatile. It was only 4 days ago that all these counters were up about 7 to 10%. So what they saw a few days ago, they're giving up in this morning's trade. Moving on from there, take a look at our Reliance Industries, ONGC, Oil India, Power Grid trading. Those should be seeing some up moves on back of higher crude prices. RL is marginally higher, and that should be a follow-on impact on stocks like Oil India and ONGC as well. OMC should see some pressure on back of high crude prices. So stocks like HPCL, BPCL, IOC should see some selling pressure this morning. Infosys posted its analyst meet. Let's see if there's a reaction on the stock. Largely should be a non-mover, because what we got out of the analyst meet did not really lead to any of those analysts changing their calls on the stock. Infy is trading flat to slightly positive. A few other stocks to watch out for. TCS is down about 0.4%. Great set of earnings from Delta Corp. The stock itself is looking and reacting to that in a big positive way. The counter is up and about in early hours of trade. 4% higher is what we've got in Delta Corp. GNFC is going to see an earnings reaction too. So that counter should be seeing a gap up as well. India Bull Ventures reported 7% higher on GNFC is what we've got. Bharti Infratel and Bharti Airtel, watch out for both of those. Airtel will report numbers today. Infratel reported earnings yesterday. Bharti Airtel is down 2% ahead of earnings. The rupee has opened up at 66.40 now, and slightly better than where it started. 66.38 is what we've got in the dollar rupee, but it's a weak start as expected. Thomas Cook is up about 4% in pre-open trade. So clearly what we're getting in this morning is that the restructuring is being viewed as a positive. Sugar stocks will be in focus. Some sort of a resolution could be expected. So watch out for counters like a Balrampur Chini, Sri Lanka Sugar should be seeing some up moves. Anything else, Piyush, that you picked up on?
I think bring Quest Corp also here, as you just shown Thomas Cook here. There is a demerger between Thomas Cook and Quest Corp here. The demerger ratio is almost 1:5.3 here. So again, looking at the demerger ratio, actually it looks like it's more favorable to the Thomas Cook shareholders here. And that's why I think the Thomas Cook stock actually is reacting more positively, and 3% up is right now. Some more stocks, Swaraj Engines again, let's bring that stock also here. Reliance Infra, these all again are result reactions here. Bharat Financials also. Again, all stocks basically, Swaraj almost trading 1% up here, Reliance Infra again 2% up, and then again the next stock would be Bharat Financial, almost a flat sort of reaction so far. Yesterday some good buying happened in Lux Industries, Dalmia Bharat, Gujarat Ambuja Exports. So let's bring all those stocks here. Cholamandalam Finance also, and then M&M Finance also. All those stocks again were the gainers yesterday again, and were showing some good signs of accumulation here. So perhaps M&M Finance again, the start looks positive here. Cholamandalam Finance another 2% up. So this is a follow-up buying which is going to happen here. Gujarat Ambuja Exports almost a flat trade, but yes, now 1% up here. It looks like that sort of flavor from yesterday is going to continue today. Now, while we are talking about Lux Industries, let's also bring Page Industries, because a lot of stocks in that space again were showing some good momentum, but Page Industries for the last 4 or 5 sessions has been continuously declining here. So another sort of flat start basically is on the cards, but I think that stock is perhaps worth watching here when it starts turning around here. So I think those are the first cues I think we are getting here. And also oil prices again, Brent had hit $75. So let's look at some mid-cap oil companies here. So Oil India, Ceylon Exploration, Hindustan Oil Exploration, ONGC also. So Oil India again, the start is positive. Broadly again, it's looking like a positive trend, anywhere between 1% and between 2%. So again, mild uptick basically is quite visible on the mid-cap oil companies here. ONGC also again, let's check out that counter also here, and almost 0.5% gain here. So oil again showing positive, metals negative, NBFCs the trend is positive, oil marketing companies again the trend is negative. So that's the theme we are working